Who is a content consumer on YouTube? Who is a content consumer on YouTube? When considering the question of who is a content consumer on YouTube, it is important to reflect on the characteristics that distinguish this role from that of creators, curators, or even passive browsers. Is a content consumer simply anyone who casually watches videos, or does this identity carry deeper significance, perhaps defined by patterns of active seeking, curation, or long-term engagement? Some individuals might consciously identify themselves as content consumers, while others may only acquire the label externally, either through the perceptions of others or through the classifications imposed by platforms, marketers, and algorithms. Within the vast landscape of YouTube, certain viewers stand out as particularly active content consumers. These are individuals whose demographic, psychological, or behavioral features may differ from casual viewers. Perhaps they dedicate significant time to seeking new content, lurk in the comments section, or participate in fan communities. Some act as informal influencers or network nodes within the content consumer community, subtly shaping the tastes and viewing habits of others through recommendations, discussions, or sheer enthusiasm. In such an ecosystem, it becomes relevant to ask whether there are leaders or tastemakers who, consciously or not, shape the broader patterns of content discovery and consumption. The process of becoming a content consumer is rarely arbitrary. Life events, changes in digital habits, and specific platform affordances all play a role in nudging a person into this identity. For instance, someone who turns to YouTube for learning during a career change, or who relies on the platform for daily entertainment, gradually acquires the habits and mindset of a dedicated consumer. However, not all content consumers are equally visible. Some are rendered invisible by dominant discourses or by the data models employed by platforms. These so-called shadow consumers might not fit neatly into standard demographic profiles, yet their engagement shapes the ecosystem nonetheless. The question also arises, whom do content consumers watch, follow, or engage with most? Does the identity of a content consumer depend on the specific creators they interact with, or is it shaped more by the breadth and style of their consumption? It is equally important to ask who benefits the most from being a content consumer. Are there hidden costs or rewards, psychological, social, or economic, that are not immediately apparent? And ultimately, who holds the authority to define what content consumption means within the shifting policies, cultures, and technical architectures of YouTube itself? The nature of content consumption on YouTube is deeply influenced by algorithmic pathways. Who is responsible for shaping these pathways? Do individual consumers exercise agency, or are their experiences primarily guided by the invisible hand of algorithms and designers? This brings into focus the broader question of who stands to gain from a precise definition or taxonomy of content consumers. Is such categorization truly for the benefit of users, or does it primarily serve the interests of advertisers, platform designers, or other external parties? When product designers and recommendation engineers at YouTube imagine the archetypal or ideal type content consumer, what characteristics are they envisioning, and how does this shape the user experience for everyone else? Finally, there remains an open question about the boundaries of the role itself. Who decides whether someone is truly a content consumer as opposed to a creator, curator, or lurker? Is this a fixed identity with clear boundaries, or does it exist on a spectrum, encompassing a range of behaviors, motivations, and relationships to the platform and its content? These questions invite ongoing reflection and dialogue, as the nature of content consumption continues to evolve alongside digital culture itself.